This section provides information on advisement of student athletes at USC. Who are USC's student athletes? For advisement purposes, student athletes are those students who are officially on the player roster of a NCAA Division I sports team at USC. These students have dedicated academic support services and specific academic requirements they must meet to participate in their sport. Athletic Academic Support Services. What are the Athletic Academic Support Services? Academic support services for student athletes include athletics academic advisors, individual tutoring and academic coaching, and learning specialists. Student athletes often have objective-based required study hall and/or tutoring to ensure they have focused time for their academic work outside of classroom and sport commitments. All academic support for student athletes is located in the Doty Academic Enrichment Center, used by athletics exclusively. Advisement for student athletes. How are student athletes advised? Student athletes have both an assigned undergraduate academic advisor, UAA, for their academic program of study, and an athletics academic advisor. Students meet with each advisor for the following. Undergraduate academic advisor. Similar to all undergraduate students, student athletes meet with their assigned UAA each semester for advisement toward their program of study. The UAA removes the advisement registration hold. Athletics academic advisor. Athletics academic advisors provide support to student athletes and make sure they stay on track to meet eligibility and degree progress requirements set forth by the university, SEC, and NCAA. Athletics advisors' support include tracking academic performance and eligibility, assisting with schedule planning, and developing academic and life skills. Advisors are assigned a student by team. Note: at times, a student athlete's course registration must change from what the student was advised to take to meet scheduling and NCAA eligibility rules. Athletics advisors review all notes and advising systems and communications sent to students to find alternate degree applicable courses. Communication between the athletics advisor and UAA is encouraged when a course registration change must occur. Student athletes receive priority registration and are assigned to Priority Group A, meaning that they are assigned a registration time during the first week of registration. This is important for student athletes as they need to be able to register for courses at times that work with the practice and game schedule for their sport. What to know when advising student athletes. In general, advisement for student athletes will not look different than any other student. There are certain considerations that advisors should be aware of when advising student athletes, including academic eligibility. In addition to university and academic program requirements, student athletes are also subject to NCAA and SEC academic eligibility requirements, including minimum GPA and progress toward degree benchmarks that must be met to participate in competition. Athletics academic advisors are responsible for monitoring eligibility. Minimum credit enrollment. Student athletes must be enrolled in at least 12 credit hours each semester. They have a minimum hours restriction on their account to prevent dropping below full-time status. Only athletics advisors have permission to adjust the minimum hour restriction. Class schedule. Student athletes have to develop their class schedule around their practice and game schedules. A semester sport practice schedule can be found on the UAA SharePoint for reference. UAAs can use this to help with course planning, but athletics advisors also spend considerable time with student athletes on course schedule development. Change in program of study. It is important to note that major, minor, and/or concentration changes could have significant impact on eligibility. Student athletes should be instructed to notify athletic advisors of all changes prior to submission. It is important that UAAs support student athletes in maintaining progression toward their degree. UAAs are encouraged to communicate with athletics academic advisors with concerns about a student athlete's academic progress. Please return to Blackboard and complete the quiz for this section. Once you complete the quiz with a score of 100%, you will be able to proceed to the next section.